two speakers for today's talk, Manuel and Rituja. Manuel has studied human resource management at the University of Westminster. He is going to talk from a recruiter's perspective in terms of what he looks for in a digital CV and digital footprint.
So welcome everybody. I want to talk a little bit more today about a few things with regards to debunking some of the myths that are around CVs, but also then how can you bring that back from a kind of a CV into your LinkedIn profile, and in general, how can you better share your story online.
Rituja studied journalism and graduated a couple of years ago, and so Rituja will be a voice for the more recent graduate and current student, giving advice on what she has done to master her own digital brand.
You have 10 seconds to impress recruiters on your CV, so make it count and make it very specific what you put on your CV and very tailored. Always focus on your achievements, not your tasks. I don't care what you did, I care what was the impact that you had in the role that you did. LinkedIn profile is not your CV. So please, please, please don't just copy paste your CV into your LinkedIn profile. Be a bit more creative than that.
Personal brand to me is your story. It's who you are, what you stand for, your values, and most importantly, the way that you express yourself. I am so many things. I am my day job, I am my own passion, I'm, things that I do extracurricularly, and that's everything that I want to show the world as part of my digital brand.
My biggest guidance when people say, how should I basically present myself on LinkedIn, is basically this quote from Oscar Wilde, who said, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. And I think that has always been my guiding principle. Be authentic, be yourself when you are at the workplace or when you work from home, but also when you present yourself online.
Brand identity. I think this is exactly what you want to show your audience. So remember that you're in complete control of your brand identity. You define it and you show it to the world. Your story, like Manuel said, is who you are. There's nobody else like you. So this is completely yours, and own it. Own it everywhere you are, online, in person, absolutely everywhere.
I would just always think about more from a perspective of what have you learned? So instead of just saying, I was working in a restaurant or in a bar, okay, great. But then you can flip this and say, well, it's about customer service. It's about working in a team. It's about working under pressure. It's about being creative, thinking on your feet.
It is an extension of making yourself vocal, making yourself confident, and helping people see you for who you really are, because the CV isn't enough. So always just think of this as, I have my CV, I'm trucking along with my career, I'm doing everything that needs to be done. The digital brand is an extension of who I am, a quick way of people to see me and meet me without meeting me, but also a way to have fun and be seen as somebody who is, a lot more than just an employee.
What do you think? How long should a CV be?
I mean, I'm not a big fan of a one-page CV. I feel sometimes it can then be people feel like they have to cram everything in. I think it is much more what Rituja said. It's about the right structure. So put the important things on the first page, but a CV can be I think my CV is 2 or 3 pages. And it really doesn't matter, because I'd rather have more content and more detail in a CV when I'm a recruiter. But the first page is still the one that needs to really pop. So I think it's more about putting the important things there and the structure of your CV and the content.